Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Good to see you. Another week of your weight loss quest for you. I'm 5 years and some odd into mine. How's yours going? You know, it's fun. Eventually you reach a point in your weight loss quest where you're not really losing weight anymore. You're just maintaining it. But you're still losing. Like, I think, let me guess we can get rid of this cable here. One of the big misconceptions about maintenance is that you don't lose weight anymore. No, you lose weight all the time. You're just losing it like by a pound or two. You know, you're not losing much, and you're doing it really slowly. This morning I'm enjoying French vanilla coffee from the Dunkin' Donut brand. Very tasty. With some stevia and a little bit of half and half. All right. The topic for today, as I was saying here, we're going to talk about how to keep weight loss off long term. So some good maintenance conversation, which I think several of y'all might find helpful. And those of you that aren't there, this is good stuff to know. Like, it's good to know about maintenance and know what's coming. And I will be taking questions, of course. So like I can see here, we've got, whoa, what's going on here? What in the world? Let's fix that. That was just ridiculous. All right. Morning, Jacob. Morning, Maggie. Morning, Ruth. Morning, Rochelle. And Tina coming in here with a question. All right. All right. Tell you what. Let me come back to the question here in a second. Let me see who you give me. Brianna, happy Monday. How you feeling after them push-ups? I'm finally feeling better. I think I'm going to go for some more or something. JH, what are we running away from? I think sometimes we're running away from the old life, right? Isn't that what we're running away from? That's what I'm usually running away from sometimes. Let's see. Julie, good morning. And Sandy, good morning. All right, that's all my good morning greetings and salutations. Let's take some questions. I will be pausing to take sips of coffee. Actually, I want to remember to mute that next time so you don't have to listen to that. Because this mic works well. Shoot, no. I was going to bring pictures in. I wanted to show you all these. Crap. Shoot. I got distracted making coffee. Hold on. Please enjoy this musical interlude while I am right back. Okay? I'm going to go get these. I really want to show you this stuff. So don't leave. Like, talk in the chat. Tell each other funny dad jokes. Funniest one wins nothing. I'm sorry. It looks like I didn't give you enough music. Hold on. Let me plug in my ears so I can hear myself. It makes it feel like I'm talking to other humans in here. Otherwise, this very much feels like I'm talking to myself. All right. I want to show you these pictures. Because these are really cool. All right. Some of these are like family picture stuff. So I've got my community. So this was my first time meeting up with a bunch of people for a live event. We met come on, camera, focus, dagnabbit, there you go. We met at a live event to run a 5K in Chicago. This was super cool. I lost a lot of my weight while I was in Chicago, so I took them to a hike that I used to go on my journey where I would go to watch sunsets. I like to get movement into my life and stuff, so I took everybody on that. And then we also did a 5K, which was super, super fun. And then later, we had a bunch of us. We met in, let's see, was this the first one? No, it's not. It's whatever. These are out of order. But we started running Tough Mudders. And so several folks, we meet up and I go run a Tough Mudder course with them. And I bring an embedded photographer and we photograph the whole event. And this is from the last one. So you see they're getting bigger. We're getting more and more people coming and running these Tough Mudders as a group, which is just so neat to see people doing this stuff. This is one of the meetups there. And then we have, this is another one of the Tough Mudder groups. It's just so cool. It's just, yeah, this was the first one. Yeah. This was the first one that we did. Did this in Seattle. And it's just so cool. Because, I, on my journey, was just too scared to do stuff like this. And to go run it with people that are brave enough to go do it sooner than me. And to always make sure to remind them, like, you're doing better than me at this point. But I'm gonna put, I think, some of these pictures, I think they need to go here. I think that's the home. I wasn't sure what needed to go here, and I haven't been able to figure it out. I think this is what needs to go there. Okay, now, thank you for your patience while I did that. I appreciate that. Hold on, I want to see, anybody come up with any good dad jokes? I like dad jokes. Let's see. Oh, here we go. How do boogers get married? They tie the snot. Okay, that's good. All right, let's see. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? Wait, what's the answers? What's the answer? Oh, it's down here. Tentacles. Ah, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right, let's see. Any other good dad jokes? This is when you want to play the song again. Oh, wait, no, that's it. Oh, right. I missed opportunity. Let's see. Where's the? It's all right. Here we go. Any others? Did I literally run home? No, I ran out to the truck. That would have been funny. All right. All right. Last one. What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can't opener. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. Let's go. But there were some questions from up above. Tina had this one. Hey, Chris, what are some conversations you have with yourself when you want to reach for the extra handful of popcorn or snack when you know it's going down a bingy road? Oh, yeah. So let me see. Let me try to figure out where to put this. Yeah, we'll do the question like that. That works because then I can leave the question. For me, it very much is I look at like how I perceive an alcoholic looks at taking a drink. Is I know one does hurt. It may not hurt this time, but it will hurt. And I really have a hard line in the sand that I don't let myself eat for emotions. Like, I'm not perfect at it, but like, it's a real big deal to me. Like I get very disappointed when I do that, and I'm like, this isn't okay. Like I have to do better. So I will remind myself when I'm feeling the urge to like go to food for things. I'm reminding myself of my why in those moments. Like I have to go through it in my head. When I get really stressed emotionally, I start craving Five Guys is one of the things I start craving. It's just interesting how I crave a particular restaurant. I don't crave it generally ever, but when I get into a certain mood, wow, do I crave it. And when I have that craving, it's like my mind is literally playing a video feed of me eating that food. And I literally can almost taste it. It's really strange. Still, it's been a while since I've had Five Guys. It's not because I can't have it. It's because I never want it outside of the moments I'm describing right now. I never just think, oh, I want Five Guys. And so when I feel that binginess kind of desire urge come on, I start reminding myself of my whys. And I start reminding myself of how I'll feel on the other side. I'm like, no, if you do this, here's how you're going to feel. Like, you can get the food, but you have to know you're also choosing that feeling. Do you want that feeling? It's like, no, I don't want that feeling. It's like, but I want to eat the food. It's like, yeah, but you can't eat the food without having the feeling. They go together. So, yeah, I remind myself of that. And I remind myself that one matters. Like one actually makes a difference. Because otherwise it can be tempting to, if I don't remind myself of that my mind might use the bullshit whole thing of like, one won't hurt. No, one will hurt. And I need to keep reminding my brain of that in those moments. And I see you put a follow-up right here. I've lost over 60 pounds since listening to your podcast last year. Wow. Holy cow. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. What? That is amazing. But for real, wow. That's fantastic. Great job for doing that. I mean, that's, 60 pounds last year. Fantastic. Now only 10 pounds from the goal. Oh, so you're learning. The last bit sucks. It's tough. The self-image podcast. Oh, yeah. For you, anybody that's nearing maintenance or getting near the end of the journey, the podcast episode I did this Friday, all about self-image, that'll probably really hit. Let's see. What else we got? Any other questions? Good morning, my lovely wife. All right, got a question. What are some resources you recommend for overcoming emotional/binge eating? I do have recommendations. Let me go grab the books. I have them right here. Well, I botched the music up when I did that. Sorry, but appreciate your patience. I wanted to actually figure I might as well show you the actual books. These are not going to be in any order. I'm just going to show them to you in how they come up. So, the first book, again, not in order, although there is a clear favorite, which I'm gonna leave the favorite to the end. So there's this book right here, Savor, by Thich Nhat Hanh, I believe how to say it. I need to learn how to say his name. But this is a wonderful book. Because with emotional eating, you're really going to have to start thinking about mindfulness. You have to learn how to become present with your food and become present with eating, which might sound counterintuitive, but it actually works. So this book is a really great one because, he's a monk and, mindfulness is sort of their thing. That's their jam. If you want something a little technical, but not bad, you can do this one. Oh, come on, camera, focus. There we go. Overcoming Binge Eating by Dr. Christopher Fairburn. It's a fine book. I can't say it was particularly riveting. But if you just want to really get into the understanding of what's going on, that one's a good one. It's fine. This one is another good one. The Intuitive Eating Workbook. This can be very, very helpful. I disagree with a couple of things in it, but by and large, I think it's great. I've used this. This has provided me a lot of help in overcoming my emotional eating tendencies. And let's see, hold on. And let me see here. It's good. I didn't do full disclosure. I didn't do most of the writing stuff in here. I just read the book and I got a lot of value out of it. But if you're wanting to overcome emotional eating, hands down, my number one favorite book, it's this one. I want you to see, I went and grabbed this out of my work bag. This is my copy. It's marked and highlighted and, this has been such an instrumental book and for me helping to overcome emotional eating. And actually it's helped me in many parts of my life. It's so instrumental in my guild. I'm doing a book club next month, and I'm doing it on this book, and so I'm super excited. But this book right here is my. Come on, there we go. This is the one I would definitely recommend. 8 Keys to End Emotional Eating by Dr. Howard Farkas. It's great. I mean, I learned so much from this book, and so I can't recommend it enough. Can't recommend it enough. You can get a link to most of these books. I don't know if I've got this one added. This was a recent edition. Go to christerrellcoaching.com. I have a products page. You can go there. Those are Amazon affiliate links. I'll get like 8 cents. That would be super cool. It's okay if you don't, though. I'm not gonna get too sad. But love your question. Great question. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? I'm just looking here. Looking to see if I got any other questions before I jump into the topic, which for anybody that's joined, this is the topic we're going to be discussing here in a little bit, how to keep weight off long term. We're not there at this moment, but we will be. I just want to see if we got any other questions. All right, here we go. Hey, Chris, just lost 80 pounds lost. What? Hold on. Wait. Need to... What? 80 pounds? Fantastic. Love that. Fire, red hot. You're a badass. And amazing. All right. Big thanks to your podcast. Oh, you're welcome. Man, thank you for listening. I'm starting to run on the treadmill. Welcome to running. It is going good. But when I go run outside, I can't get my miles to translate. Nope, running on the treadmill, you're discovering the truth. Running on the treadmill is not the same as running outside. So many folks get discouraged when they first dabble with running on a treadmill because it's a very safe, approachable place to do that. And then they go outside and they find out they can't run a mile anywhere near as fast as they thought they could. Because remember, when you're running on a treadmill, all you have to do is set your foot down and the treadmill brings your foot back. You don't have to do anything. You can simulate running outside. Like, you have to kind of really pay attention to it. But the treadmill also can take some of the work for you. When you're outside, the ground doesn't move. You have to move over the ground. And so that makes it different. So this is just a simple matter of just recognize they are actually two different things, and they are similar but very, very different. And it's the same thing if you go from road running to trail running. Trail running is substantially longer. It doesn't translate. The hills and everything just make it way worse. So, but good question, Rachel, and congratulations on the weight loss, and welcome to the running community. Okay, let's see. Next question. Oh, good morning, Paisley. All right. Got another question, I think. I don't know. We're going to read it. I'm doing this cold. Work stress made me gain 2 kg in the past 30 days. So for you Americans, that's about 4.4 pounds. Because I've been eating a little more and snacking a little more on autopilot. And my brain is just going haywire at the moment, battling both the fear of regaining and the fuck it mentality. Tried moving more to sort of maintain the it's going to take as long as it takes mindset, but I'm kind of slipping. All right. What you need is a routine. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just like listening to what you're saying. And again, I don't have, there's a lot of questions I would love to ask you to get greater detail here, but this sounds like you need a routine. You need something to just sort of lean on. You know, habit is something we can lean on, but you can also lean on an intentionally created routine. That's a tongue twister. And, you know, having that evening routine, having that morning routine, your breakfast routine, your lunch routine, your dinner routine, you can drift outside of it, but when you're struggling, you just go back to the routine. That's what I do. And that's what I'm thinking, like with what you're describing. When my life just starts going bananas and everything starts getting stressful, I have a baseline routine that I go back to. It's like home base living. It's just, and it's very simple. Everything gets very, very simple on home base living. Like, it's just, very repetitive lunches, very repetitive breakfasts and dinners, and I eat snacks on a schedule, and I work out a very predictable way. It's just about keeping myself doing the task. It's almost, if I'm doing that for more than a few days, I would almost think of my lifestyle as going on life support. But yeah, I would really focus on getting a routine. But the other thing is, you have the fear of regaining in the fuck it mentality. Making decisions from a place of fear isn't a great idea. You'll often actually end up creating the very thing you don't want to have happen, which is weird how that works out. But that is how it tends to work out. So, you talked about here, like, tried moving more to sort of maintaining the it's going to take as long as it takes mindset, but it's kind of slipping. So this is where you truly got to take this one day at a time. Go to another book, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. We're going to go to one of these tags because this thing I'm going to read to you I reference it so often that I literally leave it bookmarked because that's how important it is. But I got to remember which bookmark it is because I've got a few. There it is. This one. All right. Let me read this to you here, and then let's chat about it for a second. Now, for those of you that might have a copy of this book and you want to know where I'm at, I'm on page 98. This is Form the Habit of Consciously Responding to the Present Moment. So here it is. Consciously practice the habit of taking no anxious thought for tomorrow by giving all your attention to the present moment. Your creative mechanism, your brain, cannot function or work tomorrow. It can only function in the present, today. Make long-range plans for tomorrow, but don't try to live in tomorrow or in the past. Creative living means responding and reacting to environment spontaneously. Your creative mechanism can respond appropriately and successfully to present environment only if you have your full attention on present environment and give it information concerning what's happening. Plan all you want for the future. Prepare for it, but don't worry about how you will react tomorrow or even 5 minutes from now. Your mind will react appropriately in the now if you pay attention to what is happening now, and it will do the same tomorrow. So the reason why I wanted to mention this to you is embracing the it takes as long as it takes mentality. You're breaking it down into you're adopting a relentless forward progress mentality, but also you're adopting I just take the day I'm in. That's it. Alcoholics Anonymous uses the same principle when they say, don't try to stop drinking forever. Merely say, I will not drink today. Practice becoming more present in what you're doing in just the current day you're in. You'll see how that has a transformative effect on your life. If you become more present, you'll see that all you need to worry about is moving today. Just today. You don't need to worry about tomorrow. Just worry about today. If you become really good at having todays, regardless of the circumstances, your future will always be okay. All right. Great question. Amber. I'm 10 pounds away from my ultimate goal weight. Wait. What? Mind blown. Wow. I'm having fun with that. And I'm not going to stop. All right, 10 pounds away from my ultimate goal weight, 95 pounds down, and struggle seeing a difference at times. Any tips for body dysmorphia or books or podcasts to recommend? I got a few podcast episodes where I talked about my journey with this body dysmorphic effect. I've never devoted much research to it specifically because there's just always been other things that have been higher on the priority list than that. But that doesn't mean I haven't dealt with it. It's been a real mind trip having my brain not keep pace with the changes of my body. Like, I remember, like, the first time I saw myself in the mirror and I thought, who's that thin guy? I'm like, wait, that was me. That was me. What? I remember holding up clothes, being like, this would fit a child. This isn't going to fit me. And I'd put it on, it'd be loose. I remember one time I would go into the bathroom with my eyes closed, and because I could walk up to the mirror with my eyes closed, And I would get there and I would imagine, what am I going to see in the mirror? And then I would open my eyes and the picture wouldn't match. Like I would I would visualize, what does the mirror look like? And I would try to imagine if I were seeing it and open it up so I would then immediately see the reality. And it would be like 2 different photos and it would like just totally tweak out my brain. So I don't know. To be honest, I don't know a ton about this. But I can really only speak from my experience and what I've heard others relay to me. For me, it seemed like every handful of months, my brain would do an update. And all of a sudden, my brain would let me see all the new changes. And it's usually because something triggered that. You know, it could have been like I saw a reflection in the mirror, a picture was taken of me, or a pair of clothes all of a sudden were way too loose. Or I bought something that was much smaller and I put it on in the mirror. Like I remember the first time I got into a large slim fit and I saw myself in a slim fitting thing for the first time. That was a bit of a mind fuck to have that. Like I was like, what in the world? And then I still remember when I bought a small slim fit sport coat and it was loose. And I was like, what? What? And like when that happened, I had a brain update pretty quickly afterwards. So yeah, I don't really have any specific books or podcasts because it was sort of these things. It's like it always snuck up on me. It's like it was fine until all of a sudden it wasn't fine. And then by the time I was ready to do something, my brain would have updated and I moved on. So as a result for me, I've never really done a deep dive into it. And none of my clients have had an issue, so I've never had a reason to go dig into it, which is why I have no books or podcasts to recommend because I just haven't got there. If anybody else has any, by all means, drop them in the chat. I would love to toss them in my list for when I get there. Brianna, oh, you like the self-image podcast? Yeah. So for those of you that listened to the podcast from Friday, that one was a very, very deep in mindset-y kind of brain talk about weight loss, very philosophical. If y'all liked that, I would love to know what you think. Podcasts, I don't get a lot of feedback because there's no comment section. All right. Would you consider making a list of questions for the modeling interviews? I think it will be helpful to talk to people about their journeys, but I struggle with what to ask. So in the guild, I have a lesson 2 for the modeling where we do talk about questions. And that is on the docket of things to get to. It's a gigantic list. In the guild, but I do want to have modeling interviews. And actually, I'd love to have a whole series on that because I think that would be so helpful. Love the channel. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Actually, I'll put those up so I can see what those are. PSA. Oh, yes, I do have recommended readings on my website. And if you'd like to see those, I would appreciate it. Oh, and if you want to get more of this, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, click the notification bell, and you'll get notified when I go live. And I will continue to go live in the morning. And yes, please hit the like button. It makes me happy to have the like button hit. All right, next question. Am I going to do a No Way May? I did it last year, and it really helped with focusing on my habits, not the scale. People have asked me about that. Recently if I was going to do it again. So I'm on the fence about it. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do you think I should do it? Should I do No Way May? Go ahead and tell me here in the chats if I should do it. What do y'all think? Here we go. How do you keep challenging your beliefs when in maintenance? Well, I suppose it depends on which beliefs you're trying to challenge, but you have to put yourself in situations where your beliefs will be challenged. So that's how I do it. I place myself in circumstances where I will probably disagree with people. I don't like living my life in echo chambers. I did that before, and I didn't like where my life ended up. So I like to have people around me that I don't agree with. because it gives me alternative perspectives and it helps me see myself a little bit differently. And one of the other things, though, that helps me with maintenance is working with people that are losing weight. Like that is a big thing. It's something I eventually want to integrate into the guild, where I do some sort of mentorship or sponsorship program, because helping somebody else lose weight is very helpful. But it doesn't necessarily need to be in like a coaching type dynamic. So that's one of the ways to do it, is find somebody that's struggling and help them out. Let's see. Well, explain if I can find run 30 minutes on the treadmill, 2 minutes outside. Yeah. You know what? Here we go. I'm a little behind on the questions here. I'm going to have to do a little jump to the most recent here. So if I didn't get to your question, go ahead and you still want to get it answered, go ahead and ask it again. All right. I listened to it in the gym. This is talking about the podcast. Kind of blew my mind because I've always seen myself as a big girl. Okay, good. All right. Excellent. Glad to know that hit. So Laura, I'm curious, what takeaways did you have, when you were listening to that podcast episode? I've decided to be present in today. Maintaining weight loss is a bonus. Yeah, no, it makes a big difference to be that way. My holiday Christmas card boggles my mind on what I looked like literally only a couple months ago. Right? Now, here's the crazy thing, Bree. You're going to reach a point where that'll be the last time that it comes from weight loss, and it comes from something else after that. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Looking here. I already do my own no weigh thing and focus on habits. I weigh occasionally and it's freeing. Yeah, I know a person hasn't got it when they're more interested in talking about their progress on the scale instead of talking about the progress in changing their life. Like if you're talking about the scale, you don't get it. You're chasing all the wrong things. You're preoccupied with all the wrong things. But if you're talking about changing your life, well, now I know you get it. And weight loss will come of its own accord. Mindful May, that's an interesting way. Well, actually in the guild, presence is a big theme for next month. So that's actually a big part of it that goes into it. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to do it. So the soap slipping analogy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how I think of it. Cause I use bar soap. And so sometimes I'll be in the shower and I'm holding it all of a sudden. I'm like, do you forget how to hold things, hands? What's going on? And yeah. Laura, talking about the podcast from this Friday, it made me realize that with this journey I'm on, I have to change the entire way I see myself, and it's working. Oh, wait, hold on. I just got a low disk space warning. I need to address that because I need to find something to delete here. Un momento. Did I already take that off and put it over there? No, I did not. Don't delete that. That's yesterday's. All right, I can delete that one. Come on. Move to trash. Yep. And empty trash. There we go. Now we good. We good. I don't got to worry about it. No, wait, come back. I need my monitor. I need to be able to see things. I need to see the comments. There we go. All right. Okay, we were talking about this. All right. It made me realize on this journey I'm on, I have to change the entire way I see myself, and it's working. Yes, when you're losing the weight, you have to completely reconceptualize what it means to be you. My self-confidence these days is so much better. Yeah. So, and when you decide who you want to be and you start becoming that, you are going to become confident as fuck. And it is just such an incredible feeling when you do that. My mindset is slowly shifting since joining the guild. And that is, all right, I'm so glad you used the word slowly. Mindset shift is slow. Every now and then you'll get a little jolt, but for the most part, it's a slow process, a very slow process. Laura, yes, we'd love to have you come join the guild. Come check it out and cancel anytime. And yeah, we got some great, this last month's lessons have been fantastic. I think some of my best work. And I'm really looking forward to this upcoming month as well. And for those that weren't here earlier in the guild, we are going over this book. Come on, focus. There we go. We're doing a book club because we're going to be really digging into some emotional eating stuff. But this is the 8 Keys to End Emotional Eating by Dr. Howard Farkas. Excellent book on emotional eating. Yeah, Yes, we would love to have you. All right. I think I got caught up. Tell you what, let's, with the time we have left, I want to switch and talk about the topic that I want to talk about today, which is how to keep weight off long term. Oh my gosh, all those were still on. That was intense. All right. I think I used that one. I don't remember which ones I used. Wait, hold on. Let's trigger them again, and this time I'm going to pay attention. You ready? 3, 2, 1, and wow. So just the wow. Okay. I'm still getting the hang of how to doing this thing, because I have to hit all these. It is fun. Like, those that don't know, like, I have all these buttons, and I can hit, like, when I hit this one, watch. See, it's fun. So I can trigger those on demand, which is kind of cool. Or like this one, I made this one myself. Oh wait, no, right here, this one right here. I made that. That was kind of fun. This is one of the first things I made, learning how to do this stuff. And like that little animation. Anyway, I'm like a kid in a candy store sometimes. All right, so with the topic, as I was saying, maintaining. Maintenance is an intentional endeavor. If you spent the majority of your life overweight, the odds of you being able to maintain, at least for a while, without it being an intentional endeavor are probably 0. Like, when you are done losing weight, you don't get to go back to the life of never paying attention to what you eat, when you eat, how you move, and just taking the path of least resistance. Like, those days are in the past. That was a different shift. That was a different way of approaching it for me on my journey. Because in the past, it was always, I want to lose weight, and I'm going to go back to the lifestyle that I was doing before. But when I decided to make the life on the other side be different, and I got more interested in creating the life on the other side of the journey, I started trying to lose weight in different ways. And I'm so glad I did that, because when I got to the maintenance side, I had already been doing work on that side. I wasn't creating everything from scratch. So let me give an example. I want to maintain the muscle mass that I worked hard to create. That means I need to take in a certain amount of protein, and I need to do a certain amount of exercise just to maintain what I got. Well, I had created habits that made it very easy for me to keep doing that. So if I stopped exercising and stopped taking in sufficient protein, I would begin to lose the muscle mass that I'd worked hard to create. I don't want to lose it. So I have to keep the lifestyle going. So I need reasons to do this stuff that have nothing to do with weight loss. And that was a big thing that I want to make sure all of you know when you're on the weight loss phase of your journey before you get to the maintenance phase, and those of you that are getting ready to switch into the maintenance phase. If the only thing that gets you to do the things you're quote unquote supposed to do is seeing the number go down on the scale, you're not going to make it. Because on the other side of the journey, the scale stops going down. And in fact, it goes up a bunch, and you're going to do nothing different, and you're just going to watch it fluctuate around. You need a reason to keep doing all the things that made the body that has nothing to do with the scale going down. So while you're losing weight, you need to find other motivators. Now, I said earlier, if a person is just talking about the scale, I know they haven't got it yet. You ain't got it. And this is what I'm talking about. Because you're chasing the short-term results. Losing a pound doesn't help you lose the next pound, and losing a pound doesn't protect itself. Whereas acquiring and installing habits that lead to the loss of a pound will help you lose the next pounds, and those habits will protect the weight loss. The habit will be there to hedge against weight regain. It will help protect it. This is why it's so important that you lose weight through changing your actual life, by changing who you are, by changing how you see the world, by changing how you see yourself, by changing your relationship with food, by changing your relationship with stress, by looking at the things in your life that are stressing you out and getting them out of your life, or learning how to stop being so dang stressed. One or the other, because the stress is going to slowly kill you. And this is so important to understand because on the maintenance side of things, you still got to do all the stuff you were doing when you were losing weight, except you just get to eat a little more. That's it. When you cross the line onto the maintenance side, the only thing that should change is you come out of a deficit. The foods that you're eating should stay the same. The way that you exercise should stay the same. The way that you move your body should stay the same. The volume might come down some, but only some. Not a lot, just some. Like 20, 30%. That's about it. The foods that you are leaving out of your life, they need to stay mostly out of your life. So make sure you're only making changes that you're willing to commit to for at least 10 years. It's got to be at least 10 years worth because you're going to lose the weight. And you got to keep doing these things. You can't go reimagine everything on the other side of this. Many of you, especially those of you that are further into the journey, you've already seen how difficult it was to get the journey going, to make all the little changes and tweaks and adjustments to your life and to your mentalities so that you could get the weight loss mindset activated and get yourself steadily losing weight. You saw that took 6 months to get that going. That was you just creating a new lifestyle. You don't want to do that again on the maintenance side. I promise you don't want to. So start like lining up that plane going, all right, the runway's over there. Let's make sure we come in at the airport from the right angle. So set yourself up for success. And decouple your motivation from the scale. Like just get your motivation away from the scale. If you can find joy in the doing, you're going to be fine. If you can find a way to enjoy the activities that will create a smaller, more in shape, healthy body, you'll be fine. You'll keep doing them. And you'll keep doing them because you enjoy them. But if you lose weight through methods that you don't particularly enjoy, and you certainly enjoy less than what you were doing before, eventually you're going to stop doing them. And you're going to go back to what you were doing before because you like it more. The key I've discovered is to build a life that is better than the one you were living when you started and integrate this new body into that life. In other words, you got to change your life. Like a lot of it. Probably a lot more than you want. Probably a lot more than you realize you're going to. There was a lot of things about my old life that I quite enjoyed doing. That's why I did them. I did them for many, many, many years because I enjoyed them. I enjoyed gorging myself on popcorn every Thursday night at the newest release of a movie. Just about every week. I enjoyed that. It was fun. I enjoyed staying up till 2 a.m. playing video games and eating while I did so. It was fun. I enjoyed going and getting massive meals for lunch every day. It was fun. Isn't that why you do it? Because it's fun. You like it. I enjoyed coming home and not having to be bothered with moving and feeling uncomfortable. And I could just sit in my chair that I invested heavily in to make sure it was very comfortable because I'm going to spend so much time in that chair. Of course I would spend a ton of money on it. That just makes sense because of how much time I'm going to spend sitting in this chair, and I'm so big and it's uncomfortable. So I should make sure that it's incredibly comfortable so that I could sit in a chair for days on end. I did that because I liked it. Well, if I'm going to walk away from all this stuff that I like, I suppose it'd be easier if I walked away from it to go do something I like even more. As much as I enjoyed gorging myself at the movie theater every Thursday for a new release of a movie, I enjoy going for a 1-hour run in the woods more. I just do. I feel better in every way. I like it more. Instead of staying up till 2 a.m., I go to bed because I like it more. I like how I feel when I wake up well rested. I get to do a lot more in the day because I feel better. My brain works better because I slept better. I like giving up the overeating of food because I don't like feeling like dog shit the next day when I gorged myself on too much food. It's just an upgrade. I like being strong. I like being able to see something heavy and pick it up and then not be tired. That's nice. It's really nice. I look at a mountain and see it as a playground. A mountain, a 10,000-foot mountain is a playground. To me, that looked like something I would look at and take a photo of. The idea of me climbing around on it just sounded dumb. Why would I do that in the past? Because it would have been miserable. It's not miserable now. It's fun. So I do it. I got this whitewater rafting. It was fun. I got all these Tough Mudders that I go run. And now other people come with me. Why? Because it's fun. I enjoy this more than I enjoy a day of video game playing because this is a real life video game. It's so much better than my VR headset, and I got all the good headsets. Real life is better. Actual mud being thrown in your face feels better than simulated mud being thrown in your face. Climbing up a 3-story obstacle with your own bare hands feels much better than a video game climbing a 3-story obstacle with its bare hands. And that's the key. Look at your life and upgrade all of it. Make every part of it better. Is your job stressing you out? The solution is get a better one. Is your life out of balance? The solution is put it in balance. Make it better. Do you got toxic people in your life? Kick them out. Make your life better. There's so much you could do to just make your life better. And that's what I want you to do. Make your life better. All across the board. And that'll help you maintain your weight. The reality for many folks is weight gain happened as a result of emotional eating. And emotional eating happens as a result of stress in a person's life, or a loss of control, or restrictions of freedom. All triggering stress. And rather than dealing with the stress, rather than navigating the stress, and maybe it's because we don't know how. We don't need to fault anybody for that. The person genuinely probably is doing the best they know how. And the best they know how involves using food to get through it. But I don't want you to get through things. I want you to thrive. I want you to be living your best life. Not enduring an okay life. Bleh, fuck that. That's the key to overcoming emotional eating. Live a life you don't need vacations from. Live the life that at the end of the vacation you're excited to go home to because you miss it. All of it. All of a sudden you won't want to emotionally eat as much. But, all right. My time is up. Thank you for coming and joining on my Monday live stream. If you like the live streams and you want more videos like this, please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That will notify you whenever I go live. And as my name, again, is Chris Terrell. I'm a weight loss coach. You can find out about my services that I offer for weight loss by going to christerrellcoaching.com. I've got a podcast with over 150 episodes. It's been running for a couple of years now, all about weight loss. It is fantastic. I started it a while ago, took a break, and then came back to it. And it's just been such a wild ride having that podcast. And you can find that on all your podcasting apps. You can search for the Chris Terrell Podcast. I would love to invite you to listen to this last week's episode. We do a whole talk on self-image and the role it plays with weight loss. So if you're really looking to get a hang of the mindset work of things, the podcast is where it's at. I'll start getting some more of that stuff uploaded here to this YouTube channel. The YouTube channel's not going anywhere. In fact, I'm going to continue to do more and more and more and more with it. So if you are a YouTube person, please be sure to interact. Please be sure to subscribe. Share any videos. I am trying to build the channel. So sharing videos will go a long way in getting the exposure out there. I'm trying to shift a bit more from TikTok over here because me being mostly reliant on TikTok's not a good idea right now. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to make more videos that I think are good for sharing, some shorter clips and things like that, some TikTok's greatest hits, things of that nature. So any help from you all to help me get a YouTube channel growing, I would be incredibly appreciative and incredibly grateful for. I'll see you here next week, every Monday, 9 a.m. Central Time, to go live again. See you soon.